Welcome to Cat the Minion YouTube channel. My name is Teresa, but you can call me Cat. This is going to be a Cat's Hit the Deck review. This is a review of the Lover's Oracle. So this is the 2020 edition. It's a little bit different than the original. It's by Toni Carmine Salerno. It's printed by Blue Angel. It's got 45 cards in it, and they're double-sided. So here's the box. These cards are bigger than I thought they were going to be when I got them. It's just got a little pamphlet. It doesn't go through all the cards, it just gives an idea of what to do with them. They're fairly straightforward. I mean, you basically just read them, and that is mostly what people get out of. That's what a lot of people get out of it when they use these. So the original version had a golden scroll in the middle of the card with black writing. Mine does not have the scroll on it. It's just a red field with white writing. So I don't know what order these came in, because they've been shuffled a lot. Again, they're bigger than I thought. I thought they were only going to be about this big, but they're quite large, especially considering the shape. But that's fine, because if they were smaller, the angles would be sharper and they'd be harder to shuffle and keep nice. They're a fairly thick cardstock, which is great. So I've separated them into 3 piles. This is the only card that is written in all heading font in the italic. And there's a section that's got a smaller heading size font with writing, and then there's some that are only paragraphs. So I've separated those out and put them in alphabetical order. These ones I did even using like articles, just because I felt like it. And these one, there's only one, but I put it in with the other M's just to make it fancier. So I'm just going to do them in alphabetical order, and I'll turn them over and show the pictures too. Alright. I don't remember seeing this card that often. So again, there's 45 cards. My hands are fairly large, and they're, as you can see, they are an entire handful. Only time will tell. And here is the back of this card. These are very quite nice drawings. I noticed I saw a reader using another deck that was illustrated by Toni Carmine Salerno, and I don't know if they created the deck or if they were just doing the illustrations, but a couple of the same paintings or whatever these are that are on these cards I saw in that other deck, and I was like, oh, you know, like fake shock, but also curious, because I kind of want those other decks that Salerno's illustrated, because I like enjoy the painting. It gives me this not exactly the same, but it's sort of somewhere in between like Frida Kahlo and Goya. The illustration, that's what it makes me think of. So only time will tell. And then the header and writing ones. So balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So here's this one. A little bit of yin and yang. I actually use this deck for readings that are not love readings, and I find that actually works quite well. Sometimes it kind of throws this weird, well, it might be a relationship energy into it, but it can talk a lot to do with what's going on internally and just in general in dealing with other people, that I find quite useful. So we have embrace. Through each other you find the missing pieces. Actually kind of similar to this one. Kind of matchy-matchy. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. This one comes out quite a bit for me, I think. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. I haven't gotten that card that much. I like that rainbow. Interesting. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship with... I don't know why I screwed that up. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. I started thinking in the middle of my sentence. So there's that one. Masculine and feminine energies present. There's a lot of little details in these. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. There's this one. Little energy work going on there. Look inside yourself. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. Tree down here. There's a few cards with trees on it, and they do seem to be sort of related. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. There is another tree. A yin-yang, a star, an infinity, an ankh, and a heart on it. Well, hearts and stars in the weeping willow there. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. This one I get on a fairly regular basis. It's sort of like sun streaming through the blinds there. Exciting. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. This one is like a severed head over here. I should put this up so it's sort of present the whole movie here. New beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. A dove there. A lot of swirly energies. Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. That one. Some of these are a little bit more risque than other ones. But again, consider that this is energy. A lot of sacral energy because they're orange. And then there's this darker blue energy here. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. I don't think I've gotten that card that much. It's kind of sweet. Power. You instinctively know what is right for you and you have the power to say no or walk away at any time. There we go. Snake. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. A lot of blue and violet energies. Got some third eye activation up in hall. Butterflies. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Yeah. Some flames coming in, tinglies in the crown. Again, this dark blue and orange situation here. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your... Oh my god. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. And if R is in there. There we go. Another orange and blue situation. Secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. The heart center explodes with delight. And then we have sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So this one, another slightly more risque. Notice that this one has the similar colors, but they're not as intense. It's a little bit more solar energy than sacral in that one. And there's more definite crown activity. Soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. So here's this one. Some sacral energy. There's a lot of like flowing in the lines, but then there's a grid on here. Looks like there's a snake over here too that I haven't seen before. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. This is a lot like the Four of Swords here. Nap time. Speaking of time, you are trying too hard, give it time. There's another tree. Maltese cross here with a star, and then the Eye of Horus. This tree is like it can be like the world tree, or like the tree that connects the upper and lower worlds, and it's like time relating to like lineages in the family tree, and then in that it's sort of like timelines. It's also like each branch is a different timeline. So transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Flaming heart. Heartburn. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. This is another one. But it's slightly more risque. Look at this, though. It almost looks like the lower chakras and the upper chakras are separated. Right? There's the lack of trust is sort of blocking the heart chakra from being fully open. That's kind of interesting. I don't usually get this card when I'm using this deck. Interesting. Twin flames. Your passion ignites. There we go. Heavy 70s vibes from this deck. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Now the people are the trees. Okay. So I'm going to do the paragraph only cards here. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There's no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Heart center activation here. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. There's kind of a lot of these where the people are having sexy times. This one I always see there's like a force field around them. Again, with the blue violet-y colors and the orange-red colors. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. Another tree. Sometimes I think of her like a dryad, and sometimes I think she's trying to talk to a masculine that's hiding in the tree. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. That was kind of like that other card, too, wasn't it? Ooh, I don't get that one that often. It looks like a quilt. I don't think I've ever gotten that card in a reading before. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. Kind of similar to that angel card. We have some butterflies here. Third eye activation. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Here we go, a masculine by himself. Doesn't he kind of look like he's like in a band? He doesn't look like Jeff Buckley, but he gives me Jeff Buckley vibes. Just saying. Just saying. Making conversation. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision in order to see... Oh my god. I'm going to start over because I screwed up twice. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. There. A little Narcissus action here. I really like this blue color up in here. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. There she is with the tree again. I didn't realize there were two of those. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. There. Out in the desert taking a nap. That's a little bit like Four of Swords, but it's very solar. Sandy. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. And there's the girl next to the tree again. Notice how there's fire over here. Sometimes I feel like somebody's trying to burn down her tree. And other times I feel like, you know, she's like meditating or creating this fire on her own. I don't actually get that card that often, but this, it looks much more like that as the dryad in her own tree. And she's not trying to talk to somebody else in their tree. Oh, I really love your peaches when I shake your tree. Is that the Joker? It might be Steve Miller Band. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. This is floating down the river in a tire there, except it's wings. It's another Four of Swords type energy. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. Ooh, I don't get that card very often. It looks like a bunch of mirrors. Pretty. Looks, oh, you know what? I just saw this picture of a bismuth crystal, and it's all like rectilinear, like square edges, like looping in on each other. But this is what that looks like a rainbow crystal. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. And here's another tree, only this one is very much like different timelines, right? All these timelines layered over each other like a stack of CDs. Root energy. I get that card on a fairly regular basis when I'm doing readings with this deck. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. I always see this card as a masculine. I mean, I guess there's a little bit of a 5 o'clock shadow, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. But there's a Merkaba over here. There's a star. I think that might be Namaste, but it's cut off. Past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Birdie wings. This could be the halves of the brain, and then we have the Trail of Hearts again here. Rainbow popsicles. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Very much root energy, a lot of red in here. Understanding. I don't think I get that card that often. I don't feel like I've seen it a lot. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul. John Lennon has entered the chat. And the memories you have shared with those you love. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Ooh, another pair of wings. I don't think I get this card very often, but I say you don't take nothing with you but your soul from the Ballad of John and Yoko on a fairly regular basis in my readings. That's pretty. I don't remember seeing that one. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And there's another dove on its own. Similar to the other one. But different. So that's what the cards are. I'm going to do a shuffle example here. So again, these cards are somewhat thick. I would say they're about as thick as Hay House cards, maybe slightly thinner. I think they're about exactly as thick as the Wild Unknown archetype deck, which is round. I think they're about the same thickness as that. And possibly the same thickness as Hay House cards, but a little bit thinner. They have like a I guess this is satin finish. It's a little bit slippery, but it's not too glossy. So usually when I shuffle these, oops, that one goes this way. I usually hold them upside down. And I use the butt of the cards to kind of tap them into place. These are significantly easier to shuffle than my hexagons. I was so used to slapping them together before shuffling, it feels weird not to do that. So this is, get my, is that gonna, try to position it so that it can be, see what I'm doing with my thumbs here. Oh, hang on, let me go this way. There we go. Let me actually move the camera down onto the table a little bit more. I'm so clumsy with this. Alright, okay. So, okay. I accidentally turned the camera off when I was trying to adjust the focus. But with these cards, like I said, I shuffle them upside down. It's pretty easy to pull them on the corners. And then just kind of bounce them together. And then when I shuffle them in my hand, let me try to focus that a little bit. I hold them upside down and kind of get them in there like that. Sometimes they spin around, and then I just kind of tap them back in. Just try to get them going the wrong way here. All right, they get a little bit turned around. These ones are pointed the wrong way. So I just kind of tap them back into place. When I'm putting them in a spread, I like to put them upside down like this because it makes it harder for me to read them ahead of time. I mean, I can still read it upside down, but it makes it you know, like 10% more difficult, especially for the paragraphs. Once in a while, not very often, when I'm pulling one out, it'll bounce out and land with the picture side up. So when the picture lands up for me, that's when I say, for myself, that it's inverted. So if this one, when this one flung out and I'm in a reading, it says new beginning, you know, it's like either somebody's resisting the new beginning or there's a confusion or delay or something like that, depending on what else is in the reading, right? Like, why isn't this happening? Instead of, aha, here it is, when it lands this way. That's how I do that with these cards. So anyway, they're not really that hard to shuffle. These are broken in a little bit. They're pretty stiff when you first start, but again, I found that the most effective way to shuffle them is to, I've got it braced on my fingers back here, to shuffle them together. So it's not too bad, and because there's only 45 cards, it makes it a little easier. The archetypes, the round archetypes, are about 80 cards, so it's twice as thick, and it can be a little bit difficult. These ones, again, it's not too hard to get that heart shape back into a pile, all going the same direction. And they do shuffle all right. And again, a lot easier than hexagons, because the roundness of one, like, because the sides are different, this sort of planchette shape, it makes it easy to direct which is the actual top. All right, so that's it. I don't have really a lot to say about these cards because the meaning can change depending on what the reading is about and what other cards and decks are being used with this. I do find that when I'm doing a twin flame spread or sometimes a relationship spread, that this deck is useful, but again, I use it for non-romantic readings on a regular basis also when I feel called to. All right. If you'd like to get a personal reading, I do have a complete list of readings and how much they cost in the description box. Underneath here, I have a little rudimentary website up and running. It's in the link tree. I just wrote it down here for funsies. I haven't made a new sign yet. There's a home page, and then there's a page that has a list of the readings. It's the same list that's down below here. It just has a green background and little thumbnail pictures of the spreads. Everything else is also through the link tree too, if you'd like to donate and help keep this channel chunking along. Energy exchange, tip jar, that's PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And then I've got merch and prints and actual art items for sale, Cafe Press, DeviantArt, Etsy. There's a coupon for Etsy, 3 or more items, 17% off, including the chapbook packs, which is like a little oracle reading. I call it a synchronicity stimulus. Some writing and images. Those are like $3 and something a piece, so with the discount you can get a few of them and it's not that bad. Coloring books, poetry, dark poetry. A lot of my stuff is going to be psychedelic, like my logo up here. My kitty. Fashion, creatures, mythological things, book characters, celebrities, stuff like that. So that's all in there. Everything again through the link tree. There we go. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, check out my playlists tab, my discussion tab, and stay groovy, and we'll see you later. Bye.